Okay, so this is chapter 1, and I think you're going to enjoy it to the extent that you will discover how much French you already know. The three major issues that we're going to be talking about in this chapter are cognates, gender, and word order, especially with adjectives and adverbs. A lot of French words are etymologically related to English words, and they look like them. And for the most part, they've retained pretty much the same meaning. There are a couple exceptions, and you'll need to look in the appendix to find out more about them and start memorizing them. Those are in the book called false cognates. They're not really false cognates. They come from the same etymological origins as the English words that look like them. The French call them faux amis or false friends, which is kind of a better, more accurate description. But for the moment, what you're going to be working on is being able to identify cognate patterns between English and French and use those to be able to translate quickly and easily. The next issue is gender. All French words have gender, and that doesn't mean that they're, and this is unrelated to biological gender in many cases. Biological gender does correspond to grammatical gender, but everything else has gender too. So tables are feminine, chairs are feminine, shoes are feminine. I'm not coming up with anything masculine for the moment, but they exist too. Dogs are masculine. And window panes. Useful to know. So that gender will be reflected. Every noun has its gender, and that will be reflected in the words that agree with it, like definite articles, adjectives, and their shapes, their forms will frequently change to reflect the gender of the noun that they're associated with. And that change in form to reflect that relationship with the gender of a noun is called agreement. We also get agreement with number, so that French adjectives reflect in their form both the number and the gender of the nouns that they're associated with. Gender is masculine and feminine. There's no neuter in French. And number is singular and plural. The last issue that I wanted to bring up is word order. And this is particularly true in relation, or particularly important in relation to adjectives and adverbs. In English, adverbs and adjectives usually precede the words they modify. So adjectives come in front of their nouns, adverbs usually come in front of the verbs they're modifying. In French, it's the opposite. So in French, you usually have an adjective after its noun and an adverb after its verb. Should keep aware of these things and then work through the chapter. Okay.